Hey everybody, welcome back to Plum Figgy. This is Tammy. All right, so working on our Junk Journal July today. Got behind again this week. You know, packing is just taking precedence, and it should. So, yeah, I don't know that I'll get through this entire prompt list this month, but I'm gonna do my best. So, anyway, the prompt for today is tucked away. And so I'm thinking some pockets. We're going to hide some things. But first, I want to prep the surface. So I had that little notepad of scratch papers that the person who I bought this journal from had included with the journal. Still left, and I thought, well, they look all kind of cohesive, so decided to use those as my background for the spread this week, or to this day. Okay, so I decided to go ahead and cover that background with some clear gesso. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then I'm going to take some Jane Davenport mermaid markers and make this background just a little bit more interesting even further. Yep, we're going to take it a little bit further. But first I got to dry off the gesso, clean my brush, and we'll come back and do the fun color. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry that color. I like how it turned out. It's green. They're both green, but kind of a bluish green with a lime green, which is a really cool combination. Okay, so now I thought I'd work on the things that will go into our hidden pocket, well, our pockets. And also I need to make the pockets. So just pulling out some scraps and things that I thought I might want to use. Then obviously you saw that I pulled out that tag that had come with my journal as well. And yeah, so this is a technique that I haven't done in kind of a long time, and I used to do it a lot more often. You know, it's one of those where you've got all kinds of thin scraps, and you're always kind of like, well, I hate to throw this away, but at the same time, what do I do with this? It's so small and skinny that it's kind of hard to come up with things. So that was kind of the inspiration towards this idea. I haven't started doing that yet. Obviously, you saw I just cut out two hearts. I'm going to use those as a template to make some hearts for my spread here. But yeah, here you can see I'm just kind of piecing together just some scraps and things into a shape. Basically trying to make a rectangle or a square of some kind, but obviously it's not going to be a perfect square or rectangle. And really, I just want to make something that's interesting looking. And what I'm gonna do is I'll go ahead and add stitching to this, to both of them, and we'll make one of them into a tuck spot, and then one of them is going to be a flap that will open out. Okay, so now I just need to figure out how I want to handle this tag. It really doesn't need much, but I thought it could use some kind of focal point. So going back to my scraps, I did like that girl on the bike, but she just wasn't quite the right style for this page. The page is bright, but it's also kind of grungy. So it's a bright grungy. And then, yeah, I'm also trying to find scraps to use for my heart shapes that I want to do. So on the right there, this is some packaging from AliExpress. I just really like the image, and I thought that could be a great focal point. So I just sized that down just a little bit and pasted that down. And then I'm going to call that one done. That's going to basically be the main focal point. It's hidden away though, so it's tucked away. And so now I'm going to just work on my hearts and trying to find still some papers to use, and haven't really settled on anything yet. And then I just decided, okay, let's go back and find some of the colors that I had already used. So there's that pink there, and then some neutrals. So found some music and then just some book page. So these are kind of a focal, and then I pulled out that pink lined paper that was left over from the background. So these are kind of focal point, but not really. They're just more, I don't even know what to, I don't know. They're kind of a focal point, but I don't know if I'd think of them necessarily that way. But either way, I enjoyed making them, and I think they turned out to be kind of interesting and just kind of added something overall to the whole spread. So here I decided to roughly edge these with, I think that's Rain Cloud is what it's called. Distress, no, it's not Distress Stain. It's a stamp pad. It's dark gray. Basically, it looks black when you do it this way. And then that piece of paper on the mat there, that was a journaling card that I had basically created and then never used. And so I decided to go ahead and use that as my base for the tag that I'll tuck into the tuck spot on the left side of the page. So just, yeah, arranging these and getting them ready for what I'm going to do with them. So I decided I wanted to just paste those down and then add a tab at the top from some Sari silk. And then I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch around the perimeter of that. And then on the other hearts, I'm going to do some crazy stitching to kind of match the background. So here you can see it's a bit of crazy stitching, and then the other one is a little bit more plain. And so just going to glue that down. Yeah, showing you the tag again. And that's basically it. Now I'm just looking for a sentiment and found this one. It says, "Do small things with great love." And so I'll just add that to my page, and then that's going to be it for this one, guys. So hope you had a good time with me today. It was a little bit shorter, but I think a fun one. Some fun ideas anyway. So hope you all had a great weekend and a great week last week, and I will see you all very soon in the next video. Bye.